So we spent quite a lot of time optimizing the business for LaRue window cleaning services. But there's a point where you need to then say, right, that's the starting point. I'm now ready to see what progress I'm going to make from this point on. So how can you measure the success of the things you're implementing? As you add posts, as you add, say, photos, as you optimize the products, as you keep writing new descriptions with rich keywords, and you're trying to be found, you might decide that you're going to just see the success based on how many times the phone rings. But sometimes it's good to just know, am I being found by potential customers? And if someone searches for me, say in the nearby city or town, are they finding me in the top 20 or even in the top 3? And am I that close to being in the top 3 just round the corner that by focusing more on one particular keyword, I could see an influx of interest in my business? Well, that's what we're going to look at in today's video. So today I'm going to show you 2 tools that I use. One that makes sure that I'm out there and that people know about me. And secondly, to make sure that the information out there is accurate. And then also a tool that's going to give me clarity as to whether I'm really being found and which direction I should be heading in. Now, you may have seen a video I released about a month ago that was all about seeing the importance of measuring success. And if you get it right, you can get about 40 times the traffic by just going in the right direction a few miles one way or the other. But you need to know where you are. You need to measure it before you make that decision. So I'll show you that video a bit later on. But so far, by means of a recap of what this series has done so far, we've helped a brand new business. We've helped them to see the importance of adding Google My Business posts on a regular basis. We've seen the importance of adding photos because that brings in probably the most traffic. We've seen the importance of making sure that your brand is strong and consistent. We've seen how to make sure you get the right photos showing for your business in the knowledge panel and in Google Maps. We've seen how you can add photos correctly, how you can add your first post, how you can add a COVID post. We've seen how you can get reviews and how you need to reply to reviews. Now, all those things we've covered so far in the previous 8 or 9 episodes. But now we're going to look at, let's start measuring the success of LaRue window cleaning services. So how do we go about that? So first of all, we're going to look at this Moz tool that's free for anyone that's in the USA, UK or Canada. And this just gives us an idea as to how accurate other people are seeing us when they're looking for us and they don't come across us in Google My Business. So let me just show you that first of all, and then we'll come on to this really useful tool.
Things I haven't done yet with LaRue is really found out how much listing and how much power he's actually already got from his previous advertising. I know he's done a bit of checker trade. Maybe there's been a bit of Yell in the past. So if you're in the United Kingdom, Canada or United States, then Moz provides a tool where you can put in your company name, put in your street, and put in your postcode, and then you can check to see what types of appearance you've got for your listing throughout the web. So let's just see, I've not done this before, so this will be a live way of finding out how much impact LaRue window cleaning already has on the internet. So it comes back quite quickly and it now gives us some results, and it says that 73% of the opportunities out there are missing, 27% are incorrect, and we've got 0 actually correct. And you can start to look, so if we're using Google itself, Google search, which is based on Google My Business, then we've got this as the standard layout, and obviously the hours and photos and so on are ticked as well. And Google Maps and Google Search, they should both be the same. So we've got a red here for the 11 Foxholes Road, and that's probably just something to do with like a comma or something, so we could look at that. This has got the website missing on Bing, so there's an easy opportunity. You can literally just click on that, open it up, and it will take you straight through to Bing, and then you can then register there and fill it out and so on. So a lot of this is pretty straightforward. You just literally click on each one if it's got a link. If it hasn't, then you just need to then find your listing and register it. So what I would do is I would go through each one of these. I would make sure it's registered. I'd make sure that this is absolutely clear as to what the website is, what the address is, what the name of the company is. You want to make sure this is absolutely consistent. If you want to know more about that, there's a video called NAP, NAP, that's name, address, phone number, but also website is included in that as well. So have a look out for that. If you type into Google Zanet design and then NAP, and that video will come up.
So my suggestion would be that after this video or in the next few days, just go to this Moz tool. The link will be down below in the description, and just check your business. And then if it needs a changing or adapting, if you need to update some of the citations and the indexes, then that's pretty straightforward. But what you need to do is make sure that the one that you've got in Google My Business is the one that's used everywhere, and use that as the model, the template for how your NAP, your name, address and phone number should appear. Now, I mentioned there's another tool that's really useful to just measure your success. And this is like a heat map tool that in effect says, look, if I was stood here and I was searching for your business and I use these keywords, where would you come in the Google Map Pack? Or where would you come in the Google results? Now, that's a really useful tool. But what's even better is down below, I've got a link that will give you some free credits, and then it will double the credits if you use a little coupon as well. So you need to look at those two things down in the description below. While you're there, obviously subscribe if you haven't done so already, and give us a like if you enjoyed this video. Now let me show you how it works. And we're going to do this for real live for LaRue Window Cleaning Services. So I'll jump straight in and show you.
So this next tool you're going to look at, it's just going to give you the idea as to whether or not you're succeeding with your campaigns, with your efforts, with those keywords, all those photos you're adding, all that posts you're adding. You want to know, is it having a positive effect? And how are you being ranked when people are looking for you on the maps locally? So this video, which I'll put at the end of this, at the end of my video now, it will take you through to this particular video that I produced that gives you a bit more understanding as to which direction to go when it comes to your Google Maps and your business. But on there you'll see there's a link, and also I've given you double credits as well. So you click on there, you'll get a free link that will give you some credit. If you put this in, you can double your credits. So take a copy of that as well, and that will take you through to persuaded.io where you can then sign up. So I'm just going to sign up now. And this is where you enter the credit. So you put that in and then you create an account. And then you'll see that you've now got some credits, and you can save your password as well. Okay, so now what? Click on keywords, and at the moment you need to kind of create your first keyword scan. So click on that. And you're really interested to know then what types of keywords you're going to put in here. Now, I've just started thinking about that. So I've got my notepad here, and a couple of things I think we'd need to be found under is LaRue Window Cleaning. So we want people to find us. That would be pretty straightforward. But then a harder one would be Bournemouth Window Cleaning Services. That would be something that perhaps over the Bournemouth area would be more useful. And then potentially there are other things as well. I mean, if we were really going to town, then these are perhaps some of the other ones we might want to consider, which they'll be much more competitive. Window Cleaning Services, there's going to be 1,000 people competing for that. Window cleaning pure water, gutter cleaning, LaRue. These are other ones that you might want to aim for, but I would say just start with a couple to start with, just to see and get an idea. Now, well, this is a new business, so we're not expecting to have too much on these two. So we'll use those two at the moment. LaRue Window Cleaning. Let's see how he performs on that. So we'll do an initial scan on that. So enter the address, okay, search by name to send to the map. So that comes up, so that's fine. There you go, it knows exactly where it is. Enter the keyword or phrases. So this is just one per line. So we've got LaRue Window Cleaning as one phrase, and the second phrase is we're going to use that. And the reason why I'm using these two phrases in particular is that last week in the video I showed you that you can put keywords in areas. So we put Bournemouth Window Cleaning Service on the about page of his website, and we put LaRue Window Cleaning as well. So we've mentioned Bournemouth a couple of times, we've mentioned LaRue Window Cleaning, and we've got Bournemouth Window Cleaning Service. So that's the reason why, let's go back to here, that we think that there's a chance we might just be in the top 20 on one of those if we're lucky. There's a scan for spam, so that's something else you could do. There's multiple pins, or you can go single pin. So if you go single pin, you can just dot around where it is you want to see. And what that is just means is if you were standing there with a mobile and did a search for those two things, would LaRue Window Cleaning come up? So of course, the further out you go, the harder it will be to do. So we just want to get a rough idea at this stage. So let's go multiple pins, and then you can pick because it's a free trial, you won't get all of these, but if you add some credits, you can then get much larger areas as well. But let's just go for a 5x5. And we just want to see how is he appearing, where's he appearing. Let's go for, let's do it every 500. Let's get that down a bit. Every 500 meters. So this will just give us an idea over the Tucktown, Christchurch, Iford area. There you go. So that's kind of quite nice and central to where he's based. Right, we're ready. So that's all you need to do. It's that simple. And so now we'll do a scan for LaRue window cleaning, a Bournemouth window cleaning services once a week. And you notice there, last scan, scanning now, last scan, scanning now. So it's actually doing it as we speak. Let's just click this in and that's going on. So what that's doing is that's going to Google saying, I'm sat here in this area here. What result will you give me? I'm sat here in this area here. What result will you give me? And that's what's going on at the moment. So while that's going on, we can just go through the rest of these. You'll see that there's going to be some extra additions to this. You can see the activities that have gone on and so on in the past if you wanted to see some of the history. So allow that to tick on. There you go, keyword scan finished. So we've already got one, which is this one here. So let's have a look at that, shall we? So we click on that. So we're beginning to get some, but bear in mind we only started this a few weeks ago. If someone in that area there searched for Bournemouth window cleaning services, then he would come up number 6. If they were there, it would be an 11 and 17. And once you get slightly outside of that area, it gets more harder. The competition gets difficult. So that's a start. So we can just get an idea. There's a little bit of a start there. So that's good to see. Let's see if the other one's ready yet. So with this one, you notice it says that this scan happens when Google returns no results or when the search query matches a specific business. So clearly LaRue window cleaning is too much of a clarity of the window cleaning business that we are. So that's not going to work. So what we can do is we can just go back to this one then, Bournemouth window cleaning services. And that's what we're going to need to concentrate on over the next few weeks. And what we can do is we can perhaps add a few more of those keywords as well. So in effect, we don't need to concern ourselves with that. It seems that we own that. That's why that came up. But we don't own this by any means. And that's something that if we can gradually get this to grow outside of the 20s here, and if we can get these to be 1s and 2s, then we know we're starting to get quite a lot of potential customers then. And that's where this video on maximizing your local traffic, you can get 40 times the traffic if you just understand which direction to go in.
So hopefully that's been really useful. Don't forget the link to that is down below, and also the credits, the extra credits as well. There's a little coupon as well that you can fill out, and that adds or doubles your credits for free. But I mentioned in the video that there's a way to maximize, to really increase your traffic. So if you want to know how to do that using that Persuaded tool, then head over to this video now and I'll show you how to do that. But if you want to now start thinking about making a workflow so that you can maximize the benefits of your Google My Business listing, then head over to here and see it on episode 11. I'll see you there.